Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carla and welcome. Today I am going to be creating a video which is all about how I've been meal prepping for the week. Kind of a week slash 4 days, 5 days. Basically it's preparing some food that's going to make life a little bit easier for me during the week, and I thought that it might be something that you guys might be interested in. So if you are, please stay tuned and I'll show you what I'm getting into. I don't have an exact plan of what I'm going to be making today. I know I'm going to be making a soup, I'm going to be making something for breakfast, and I'm going to be kind of prepping something for dinner. You'll have to excuse the light because it's crazy outside for them at the moment. We have both, oh wow, it's really bright, sorry. We have both what looks like a thunderstorm and a beautiful bright summer's day happening. So, you know, it's October in Ireland, and we also have neighbours who are doing construction next door. So we're just going with the flow, things are happening. So I am currently in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. There's a bump here that you can't really see, but I have been getting really tired during my entire pregnancy. I have really low blood pressure, and it's meant that cooking for me has become a bit of a chore. So doing it in like an hour and a half, 2-hour block during the weekend has really helped to reduce my exhaustion, help me to make sure that I'm making really healthy choices and I'm not just ordering takeaway pizza, because that sometimes is all I want to do. But if I know I have something prepped in the fridge, then all I have to do is reheat it. Or I also like to kind of create things that are not necessarily just dishes, but also sometimes like parts of dishes, so that I can mix and match and make them a little bit more interesting. So I'm not eating the same thing every single day. I'll probably show you what I'm gonna make as I'm making it, and then show you how I put it together for some points during the week. So without further ado, let's get cooking. Cooking with Carla. So I have the quinoa on here, so I have 1 cup, just short of 1 cup of cooked quinoa on here, and it's just starting, no, it hasn't come up to the boil yet, so when it does I will put a timer on that for 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and then see. I've just strained, as you saw, 2 packets of 500 gram of organic tofu. I have my pan heating here, I want it on low, and I am now just going to crumble these in because we are making a tofu scramble, and I'm just basically going to crumble the tofu into the pan. Nice and satisfying, bloody freezing, but sure, that's tofu. What I'm going to be doing now is taking a spatula and just breaking this down. And the first thing I want to do is absorb all of that water from the tofu. So we want to make sure that it's nice and dried out before we start adding flavour to it, because if you add flavour to it now, it's going to be really watery and it's not going to pick up the flavour. So we have loads going on down here. I have chopped up 2 carrots, and this is going to go into our soup. I have 1 small onion finely chopped, and this is going to be for our tacos, and 1 onion, and this is going to be 1 large onion, kind of roughly chopped. This is going to be for our soup. I've chopped up our whole giant cauliflower and some garlic. I just put the full cloves in, and that's roasting away. Our quinoa is done, and that is cooling off now. And so I'm going to make a start on finishing the tofu scramble next. All the moisture has been drained away or steamed away from our tofu, and it's time to add some flavour into it. So I'm going to take a teaspoon. The very first thing I'm going to put into it is some salt, just regular salt. Next I'm going to add in some garlic granules or garlic powder, depending on which one you have. I like quite a lot. This is where you add flavour. I'm going to take some turmeric, about half a teaspoon. This is going to be for colour, a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to take, this is the secret to making the tofu scramble actually taste like eggs, and it's black salt powder. So I'm going to take about half a teaspoon of this, maybe a bit more, just at the start. Now I'm going to need a bit more than that, and that's going to go in. And now I'm going to stir all of this up, and you're going to see a change into this magical, gorgeous, eggy colour. The turmeric has lots of really good properties in it for reducing inflammation. And as I said, we've got tons of calcium, tons of protein in our actual tofu. I'm going to add in vegan crack, more commonly known as nutritional yeast. I'm going to add in about 4 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This has fortified with vitamin B12, which vegans can't get in our diet naturally. It also has folic acid, which is really good for pregnant people. It's not as important in your 3rd trimester, but it never hurts. And I think it also has, it's actually high in protein, and I think it has iron in it as well. So that's our tofu scramble now, which has been infused with flavour, but as you can see, it's quite dry. So we have to do one more step with this, and then it's finished. That's all it takes. As I said, this is quite dry now, so to add a little bit of moisture back into it, I am going to add some Alpro cashew milk, about 4 tablespoons worth. You can turn that off, and then what I'm going to do is transfer this into another dish, let it cool, and then that's going in the fridge for the week. And then I'm going to start making our tacos. Okay, so we're back over to our pan. On the pan I just have that small diced onion going. That's an onion, Carla. And I'm going to add in 1 chopped yellow pepper. And I'm just going to let that cook down a tiny little bit. I'm going in with some frozen garlic, so stir that around. I'm going to add in our quinoa. And then 2 tins of black beans. Tons of different types of proteins here with our beans and our quinoa. Next I'm going to add in 1 tin of pulped tomatoes. Just a little bit of water to clean out the can, and gently stir this around. Now we need to add flavour. So add pepper. I'm going to use celery salt. This you can get in any supermarket. You don't want too much because we've already salted our quinoa, so it's already salty. Oh, that was cumin, sorry, that wasn't salt. That was cumin. We want plenty of cumin. Some celery salt. Smoked paprika. Some coriander powder. And I think that will do. Oh, no. A little bit of chili flake. Just for a back end of heat, nothing too spicy. And what I'm going to do is let all of the water absorb. When that's absorbed, I'm going to taste it, check it for seasoning, and if it's good to go, it's going into a pot or into a container, and it's going to go to cool. Now I'm going to finish off the soup. I have just put on a pot with some spray oil. I have the big onion that I chopped, and 2 carrots. 2 carrots. I'm going to start adding some seasoning to this now. So I'm going to take some mild curry powder and add in about a heaped teaspoon. Don't worry if you don't have all of these ingredients. I highly recommend having cumin and curry powder in your stock pot, in your stock pantry, but it's everything else you can kind of get away without. I'm adding some cumin in there as well. I'm adding in some ground white pepper. Some ground cinnamon. Some ground ginger. A little bit of cardamom powder. This is quite potent, so not too much. And then some coriander powder. Coriander and cumin are used widely in both Indian type and Mexican type dishes. So I find that having both of them in the pantry is a really good idea. So I'm just cooking out those spices now to release their flavors, release their natural oils. You can get tons of bulk spices. I just decanted them into this like old pickle jar. You can get them in Asian or Indian supermarkets for really cheap, like €1 or something like that. Tesco's, all of them, they have them as well. So that is our onions, our carrots and our spices. And next I'm going to add in our stock. So I have 2 vegetable oxos, and here I have 1 litre of hot water. And I'm going to add in another 400 mils to make about 6 cups or about 1.4 litres. Just going to stir that around. Next we have our beautiful roasted cauliflower that's been in the oven for about half an hour, and we're just going to pop all this into the stock. Just want to watch out for those garlic cloves that we didn't take the skin off, and we'll just get rid of the skin now in a second before we put it in. Got my roasted garlic here. Just gonna let that cook for a few minutes, and then that is our meal prep done. What I'm gonna do is blend this with an immersion blender tomorrow, because I don't have my immersion blender, and my mom is gonna bring one over for me because my blender is broken. So guys, here is our finished prepared meal prep. I have the taco filling here, which is the quinoa and black beans. I have the tofu scramble, and then this will be a blended soup when my mom brings her immersion blender tomorrow. But if you had a blender at home, you just pop it into the blender now. And I'm actually going to add in a can of coconut milk, the light coconut milk, but I'm only going to use the fat part out of it. I'm not going to use the actual coconut water when I'm blending that down as well. So that's the end of my meal prep for today. I'm going to pop all of this into the fridge now, and then I'm going to show you throughout the week. I might probably do it on my iPhone instead of the big camera because it might be easier to do it. I'll show you how I'm going to prepare these into different types. Good morning everybody, it's Monday morning and it's the day after I did my meal prep. So I'm just going to show you how I am using my tofu scramble this morning. And basically I have just put some of it onto the pan. I don't have a microwave. You could very easily use a microwave if you have one. So some spinach. I'm about to put some cheese and serve it with an avocado toast bagel. That's it. You can see here, I just put the scramble on with some spinach. I'm about to put some of my violet cheddar block on, and then I'm going to serve it with some avocado toast, as I said. Put some lime, some chili, coriander, and nutritional yeast, and that is going to be breakfast. Hi, so it's Tuesday afternoon, and I'm going to have my soup, which is nicely blended this time, which is great. So I didn't have it yesterday, I just had a bacon sandwich because it wasn't blended in time. And then my mum arrived and I was able to blend it. So I'm having the soup now. I'm going to top it off with some chili flakes, a little bit of nutritional yeast and some salt. And then I'm going to put some curry tempeh that I had that is like pre-prepared. That's not necessary, it's just because I have to use it up and I really like it. I'll show you what it looks like now. Here is my soup. So it is our roasted cauliflower soup that we prepared on Sunday. It's been blended properly and I've topped it with some nutritional yeast because it gives kind of a cheesy flavor, and I just really like the nutritional content of nutritional yeast plus the flavor. Some chili flakes and some Maldon sea salt, and then some of this plant-powered curried tempeh, which I just did on the pan quickly. I'm going to eat this now and enjoy. Hi. So it's Tuesday night now and I am just making dinner. So I'm making tacos tonight and I'll show you how I prepared this. This is literally taking me 5 minutes. So I have my taco mince that we made just heating up in the pan. You can also heat this up in the microwave, we just don't have one. I whipped up a really quick salsa with a can of chopped tomatoes, coriander, spring onion, 1 clove of garlic, lime juice, a couple of slices of jalapeno, some salt, and that's it. And I'm going to have it, we're going to have it with some avocado, some corn tortilla wraps, and some lettuce, and that's it. And here is the finished dinner. This probably took 10 minutes to put together. I have our taco mince, the avocados, the quick salsa that we whipped up, and then just some on the corn tortillas. I'm going to eat this now and enjoy. So this will be the last clip that I film because this is the last of the food prep that I'm going to use. Actually, I have a little bit of soup left, but I'll probably have that tomorrow. So it's Thursday today. I food prepped on Sunday, and you saw I also made the salsa to go with the tacos on Tuesday night, and that's what I'm going to finish off. So last night we had exactly the same dinner. I just had corn with it as well, which was awesome. Corn on the cob, one of my favorite vegetables. Oh, my hand is getting sore from holding this up. And then I had my tofu scramble every single morning, so that's gone now. And as I said, a little bit of soup left, which I probably might have tomorrow, or Vincent might have tomorrow. So I am now just going to finish off the salsa because there is a bit of that left, and salsa doesn't last that long. I think 3 days is really kind of like, well, technically it's 2 days, like that's kind of the max that you can have. So I'm just going to have this as a snack. We actually went out for lunch today, so I'll show you my snack now. So this is something that I might typically have just to get me through work and keep me going, full of goodness, full of nutrients and minerals and vitamins. So I'm having a whole red pepper and a whole half a cucumber with no skin on. Don't at me, I just don't really like the skin. A little bit of sea salt, and then the leftover salsa. And that's basically what I'm going to eat now. So guys, I really hope you have enjoyed this video of food prepping with me and how I use that food throughout the week then to make life easier. And I'm sorry that I'm burping, but I'm pregnant. So if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. This is the kind of content that I love to put out every couple of weeks. And I also give the video a thumbs up to let me know that this is what you like, and you can turn on the little notification bell so you never miss a video. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.